तो पहले तो बाल नहीं थे तो स्टाइलिंग की इश्यूज होती थी, अभी बाल हो गए तो स्टाइलिंग की ज्यादा इश्यूज हो गए.
In one of your videos about your wife, you said she started noticing me more.
We have had a very even better life.
Yeah.
After that, my kids would say, यहाँ पे बाल नहीं था, देखो भी बाल आ गया, बाल आ गया.
Oh, that's so sweet.
They don't just say कि अरे बॉस सौरभ आपके तो बाल आ गए. They said सौरभ fit लग रहे हो. There's so many clinics who just do it for the sake of doing. Let's not go there. People who would operate on you in a very sincere way, that's important.
We do come across where patients come and the question is, how many follicles do you put?
It's not possibly about that. It's about how much do you require.
Hi Saurabh sir, welcome to Beyond the Mirror.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
My
I
pleasure.
think this conversation is going to be very special and I'm very, excited about it. I'll tell you the reason. I'm getting that vibe कि वो आपकी एक मैंने recent, had seen a video of you and your wife having a nice candid conversation about, I think, your relationship with your hair since childhood.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, I'm like, okay, when I'm going to talk to you, it's going to be a lot of fun. I saw a lot of humor in that, a lot of course, confidence that people will have while you will be, speaking about the whole hair journey of yours. But I think it's going to be a great conversation with you.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. So before we get into the hair discussion, first just wanted to know, when did you move into Dubai and what made you choose Dubai as your, location for work, and what all does your work look like in terms of the stress factors, your routine, all of that?
Sure. Been in Dubai for the last 9 years. Usually people come here from the subcontinent, but I was actually posted in East Africa.
Okay.
I was in Kenya, Nairobi,
Okay.
beautiful place.
Right.
Work brought me here, no plans as such.
Okay.
I've been traveling the world extensively, but Dubai, actually the first time that I came to Dubai was actually when I relocated to Dubai. I'd never been here before.
Okay.
Stress is part of every life. Stress to limited extent.
Yes.
If it goes above board, it is harmful to health.
Yes. So how's your overall, how does your day start and how's your entire day's routine?
I'm quite an active person, actually, both of us, me and my wife.
Yeah.
Usually starts at around 6 o'clock.
Okay.
We have quite a routine. I'm a big tennis player.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So 2 or 3 times in the morning, I go for tennis with some of my partners.
Yes.
And then 2 days we have yoga. So we have like 7 days of activity. Starts early in the morning, but we have to be at work, both of us, at around 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we try and wrap it up, and then from 8 to till whatever time the clients keep us engaged, we are on calls and meetings. I have traveled a lot for my work, so that's how it is.
So a lot of people, in fact most of them, blame Dubai water to be one of the major triggering factors or culprit for hair loss. When did you actually start observing that your hair is into the thinning phase or towards the hair loss, and what were the major reasons in your case?
Okay, yes. So Dubai, when I came to Dubai, there was a significant bit of hair loss.
Okay.
I don't know whether it is because of the water or is it because of the age. Last 9 years, you also age, you lose hair.
Correct.
Or is it because of the work, or what are the reasons? But yes, the hair thinning accelerated a bit when I moved into Dubai. Can't put down a finger on what would be the cause for that.
So is there a genetic history as well in your family?
Actually, it's not.
Okay.
My dad still has quite a full head of hair. Mom obviously has it.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only odd one out.
So in the initial phase when you were experiencing the hair fall, what kind of treatments did you try to at least control the hair fall in the initial stage?
Right. I was quite conscious about it. I went to a few dermatologists.
Yeah.
We went through the usual routine, those tablets and those sprays. I put them. I also did a PRP.
Okay.
I believe 6 sessions of PRP, but it was not really helping. And then I was given a suggestion that I should go for this particular treatment.
Yeah.
And yes, I did, and I'm so happy that I did go for it.
Right. So at what stage you felt that, because obviously all these treatments were not working, so a lot of people are hesitant about hair transplant because they feel, oh, it's going to be painful, it's a surgery on the scalp. So there's somebody in your family who motivated you for this?
My wife. She didn't, I mean, she physically dragged me to your place.
Oh.
But yes, I was hesitant.
Yeah.
I had read about it, and there were, Google throws you what you want to hear.
Yes, that's true.
It's a very suggestive kind of a world.
Correct.
I was hesitant because my best friend, with whom I have tennis and cricket and all that, he had it like 15 years ago.
Okay.
At that time, I think the treatment was different.
Yes, technology wasn't as
Technology was evolving, and they took out a strip of hair from his skull.
Yes.
Unfortunately, did not pan out well. And it left him with a permanent scar at the back, which looked as if, he had an accident or a surgery or something like that. I didn't want to end up like that. I was extremely hesitant. The fact is, when I came here, I met you, the team, Dr. Piyush, and the fact that you are such a well-known brand in India, that shifted in my favor. And I said, let's give it a shot.
So I'm sure you must have done some research before you obviously finalized and you thought of, obviously concluding here, or maybe your wife must have done some research. So what were the factors that you all were majorly looking at for a good quality transplant?
4 or 5 factors.
Yes.
One is that it should not affect my work. That was the first one. Second is that I need to be operated by doctors and not assistants or nurses. I think that was a very, very important consideration. Yes. It should be something that should have some sort of an after sales service kind of a factor. Personally for me, I like a bit of exclusivity.
Yeah.
I don't like to go to factories.
Yes.
I like to go to a place where I can get a customized kind of a treatment.
And a personal attention.
And a personal attention. With competent people around me, I feel more reassured.
Right.
When I met you and the team, I think that box was quite well knocked off. The fact that you have such a good establishment over here with a bunch of professional people.
Yeah.
So for people like me who are very particular about how they are treated, I think this is a good place to be in. Of course, if you want to save on cost, and everyone wants to save on cost, there's nothing bad about that. You could go to quite a lot of places. But that reassurance is an integral part of this treatment.
Yeah, and it's once in a lifetime procedure. So I think now patients are a little mindful.
Yes.
They don't take a hasty decision. They research enough.
Yes.
And only when they are confident about it, they go ahead.
I mean, on an impulse, people these days go to USA and Japan. Now, it's a similar kind of an investment, but for a lifetime. Why would I not invest more on that? So personally, I think if I have to give a suggestion to someone, I think save a little bit of money and invest rather than just doing something for the sake of it.
Correct. So I think yours was done in 2 phases, or was it 3?
It was actually 3 phases.
3 phases.
Yes.
And each time it was 3 to 4 days of sitting sessions.
Yes. And we were not, interesting one, we were not too concerned about the count of follicles.
Yes.
It's a very important KPI, usually for someone who does not understand this entire process. कितने count लगेंगे इसमें और per count कितने आप करेंगे. It's not possibly about that. It's about how much do you require. What is your vision of seeing yourself in the mirror? And do you require something which is just filling up, or require something which transforms your look?
Correct.
So I think patients should go with those kind of questions rather than the count of follicles.
Yeah, that's very true, because we do come across where patients straight away come and their question is, how many follicles will you put? First, we have to address the area, understand the expectation, and like you rightly said, you just don't want to camouflage the area and make it look patchy.
Yes.
It has to be more uniform, evenly distributed, a good density which aesthetically looks natural.
Yes.
So I think, that understanding is important, and that's why when we prefer to educate the patient so that they realistic expectations while the conversations happen in the initial stage, right?
Yeah.
Talking about your procedure journey, so once you decided, and obviously the 2 to 3 phases were planned, how was the pain part? Because a lot of people do have this question also, and that fear about the discomfort, the pain, the recovery part, and how soon then you could resume work presentable enough. Like if you could just discuss that a bit about your procedure.
Nothing prepares you for that kind of pain. I mean, you would have had injections in all parts of your body, and I I'm not afraid of pain.
Yeah.
But those injections coming in your scalp
Yeah.
is a new feeling. It is jarring, something hard hitting against something hard over here.
Yes.
And because we had to go through so many sittings, it was quite an extended pain. And whenever I came, I was reminiscent of the pain that I had the previous day. And it is painful. The actual treatment is not that painful, but the treatment of numbing you down using so many injections,
The anesthesia part
is extremely painful.
Yeah.
Piyush is an extremely competent surgeon.
Yeah.
What I liked is that he tried to prepare me for that kind of pain.
Yes.
To be honest, once that anesthesia went, you hardly felt a thing.
Correct.
But during that part, it is extremely
The pricks of
painful.
anesthesia were causing the major discomfort.
And I probably have a thicker skull. That's what my wife says. It did cause a lot of
Yeah,
pain.
it would obviously vary patient to patient.
Yes.
But yes, I think
Yes.
people have to understand this is not a painless procedure.
It is not. It is not.
The anesthesia and all of that is going to give that amount of discomfort. But yeah, once that is numb, then that area you don't feel while the procedure is on, at least those few hours.
Yes.
Correct.
And to the second part of the question that you answered, people do have to realize that they have to plan some time out of work.
Yes.
You can't go to meetings, especially if you're a client-facing person looking like that.
Correct.
It is not much. It is but 2 or 3 days definitely where there's a lot of swelling.
Yeah.
And you feel as if something is going wrong, and there is a bit of anxiety.
Yes.
So they have to be prepared for that.
You have to be at ease. You can't stress
You have
work
to be at
during
ease.
those days.
For people like me, we have to be. Piyush very well informed me that I have to stay away from tennis
Yeah.
and cricket
For a week or 10
and
days at
pedal and yoga and God knows what for a week,
Yes.
so that you sweat a bit less. And I think that's a very important part. And thank you, thanks him for informing me.
Right.
But the good thing is that you let us know before it actually happens, so we are prepared. I think that's what probably doesn't happen in Turkey. Turkey, it's more of a, it's like Ford cars being made on a conveyor belt. Tuck this, tuck this, tuck this.
It's more mechanical.
And the car is prepared. Nothing prepares you for the previous, during, and after procedures. So I think that ways I'm quite thankful.
Yeah. In fact, I think procedure, it's not only about those 4 hours, but it's also the pre and post, like you rightly mentioned.
Exactly.
A lot of support emotionally also, because you're going through that discomfort and pain. Of course, your wife and your family members are there, but I think even the doctor plays quite an important role on his approach, how subtle and soft he is, and I think that makes a lot of difference.
That's a great point that you make. And I'll tell you one difference that I found in this clinic. I've not been to other clinics, so I cannot compare.
Yeah.
But you guys were always available. Now, my queries do not put an appointment in my calendar. They can come any time of the day.
Of course,
And even at night, I feel that Piyush, hair is coming out while I'm taking bath. He said, "Oh, it's normal. It will shed off."
Yeah.
The patients like me don't realize that first it sheds off
Yeah.
and then it grows.
Correct.
When it is shedding off, it is like your investment is shedding off.
I know, you get that panic. Oh my God, kahan ja rahe baal?
And have they conned you? Something has happened.
Yeah.
And then he reassured me, and he was always with me on WhatsApp. I think that's a very important part. That cognitive dissonance was getting reduced. Sorry, I'm using a bit of
No, but that's,
that cognitive dissonance was getting reduced just because of his presence over there. I think
and
that was
matters
an
a lot.
important.
Yeah, during
It
that
does.
phase.
It does.
Yes.
You need to have someone, Piyush, your staff, who can say that, don't worry. If you face a problem, come tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll
You
give
feel that reassurance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My kids used to come with me because of the hot chocolate that he served here. That's another story. Alicia knows about it.
Yeah.
So that's a very important part of the entire treatment.
Right. Once your phases were completed, I think in the 2 months, when did you start seeing those visible results where obviously all this anxiety then went, that nahi baal to aa rahe, it is not a wrong investment. When did you start seeing that growth and result?
So that's a good part about this thing. You get a lot of positive reinforcements by the people around me.
Yeah.
My kids would say, यहाँ पे बाल नहीं था, देखो भी बाल आ गया.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Wife would say, yeah, it's coming, and because it's so visible, unlike some of the other treatments that you do, or perhaps you're going through a weight loss kind of a procedure, and that takes years and years to give you shape. this happens like this.
Yes.
And while you're going through it, you get all those positive messages.
Yeah.
It's also slightly new for you,
Yeah.
because there is a very distinct hairline that you start forming now,
Yeah.
and people notice it.
Mm.
And now they ask you whether you've gone through this or not.
Yeah.
Some people have this reaction of hiding it,
That's
keeping it
true.
under. No.
Yeah.
It's, but for me, it was like, I'm proud of it because I've did an.
I was actually going to come on this because there are a lot of people where they're a little hesitant to share that, okay, they've undergone this procedure. They're not very vocal about it.
Yeah.
But I think in your case, you were pretty much.
I would love to talk about that.
Yeah.
It's an important choice that one makes in his life.
Correct.
20 years ago, a gone hair is a gone hair. We used to say that जिसने भी इसका उपाय ढूंढ लिया वो दुनिया का सबसे अमीर आदमी होगा. I'm sure you guys are making money as well.
But that time, that's what.
But that's what the thing. Now, if we have a choice, then if I have made the choice, let me not hide that.
Correct.
In my case, what happened is, initially I thought I was a bit ashamed, but when I talked to people, instead of mocking me, they were like, "Number do yaar. Tell me who did this for you." And as and when it grew a bit more, and I could see my look change, they came to me even more. So I became kind of a authority on this subject.
Because you've already experienced
Because
this,
I've
so
already
they're asking
experienced
for your
it.
suggestions.
And that's also a good feeling. So sometimes it is not healthy to hide.
Yeah.
It is better to share.
Yes.
There will always be people who will mock you.
Correct.
That, ये क्या लड़की हो जैसे तुमने करवा लिया, be proud of your baldness and all that. No regrets about that, but there is a certain look that I would like to go for, and that's a part of that. That's a personal choice.
And I think by choice, who would not want hair? Of course, if we've lost it gracefully, some people have the acceptance, and it's fine. Hair is not everything. There's much more in life and not hair.
The richest person, Dwayne Johnson, is bald and muscular. So you also need to be muscular in that case.
No, so I definitely agree to this. But at the same time, if it's fixable, and if that gives you happiness, then why not?
Of course.
And once I think you have got the benefits of it, it's always good to share.
Yes.
Maybe, it's going to benefit somebody else whom you could motivate.
Yeah, you never know who is, keeping it inside him, looking for someone who can hear him out and probably explain. What you put in your Instagram is amazing.
Yeah.
But what you see on Instagram is usually fake 90% of the time.
That's very true.
The best advertisement that you could probably get is word to mouth advertisement.
Absolutely, I think.
And I think you should give me a huge commission because of the kind of customers that I have brought
And I think even looking at this video, there are going to be so many people who are going to listen to you and get that confidence.
I hope so. If they are listening, it's quite important to make those choices in life and stick to those choices. And it is important to invest. Don't do it just for the sake of doing. Do it well.
Right. So obviously you mentioned that you were always a very confident person. So it wasn't that hair really, to that extent, shattered your confidence. But at the same time, you said that yes, when it got restored, it did add a lot of value. So from the professional perspective, how do you feel? What change did it bring in your professional life?
It's interesting. Hair is not there just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Hair has got a more deep-rooted meaning. Hair is always associated with a sense of vitality. If you are healthy from within, only then you would have flowing hair. Most of the healthiest people that you have seen on celluloid or people around you have got pretty good full scalp of hair.
Yes.
So subconsciously, you relate that if this person is balding or has less hair, probably there is something else going wrong with his body or mind. आप जब शादी भी करने जाते हो तो जिसके बाल कम होते हैं उसके चांसेस भी कम होते हैं.
और इंडिया में थोड़ा
ज़्यादा होता है. अभी थोड़ा ज़्यादा एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी हो गई है. बट सो दैट्स माय थिंग. ये जो रिलेशन है, दैट रिलेशन दैट पीपल हैव अराउंड अ फुल हेड ऑफ हेयर, I think that helps a lot. They don't just say कि अरे बॉस सौरभ आपके तो बाल आ गए. They said सौरभ fit लग रहे हो. Now you see, it's different.
Correct.
They are not just associating
it's not about
with
physical
hair.
appearance actually.
And I am very, very proud if someone calls me fit.
Yes.
I work a lot on that, and so that is very reassuring.
Yeah.
I was also fit before.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this positive reinforcement
Yes.
that you
Yes.
get from people around you,
True.
I think that matters a lot.
Correct.
So I think that is one pretty obvious change that I saw.
Yes. And I think I heard also in one of your videos, or I don't know if our interactions in the past, you mentioned about your wife. I don't know. Obviously, it was just on a lighter note. You said she started noticing me more. I remember you mentioned something like
Oh yeah,
this.
yeah. We have had a very even better life
Yeah.
after that, because she likes to show me off to her friends now.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Yeah. Which male would not like to be shown off by the spouse?
Yeah.
That's been quite amazing.
Yeah.
And of course, she has been the backbone of this choice and the positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, she has been extremely happy. We have had a even better life, like I said, after that.
Yeah, that's really very insightful, and I think people will get a lot of confidence listening to you, especially the ones who are in the research phase or where they are a little still hesitant to take a decision. I think listening to you, they'll get that confidence to at least go seek right professional, help, take advice, and take mindful decisions about the
I think that's
procedure.
important.
Yeah.
Going to people who would operate on you in a very sincere way, I think that's important.
Yes.
There's so many clinics who just do it for the sake of doing. Let's not go there.
Yeah, that's right. So this is like really interesting. We spoke about your hair transformation, about your life in Dubai. We would also do a nice quick rapid fire round.
Okay.
So, and I'm sure with you it's going to be fun. You're going to be really spontaneous.
Hope so.
Yeah. One best thing you love about Dubai?
Play hard, work hard. I get to have so many sporting action for myself. I think I love that about Dubai.
Yeah. One place somebody must visit when they come to Dubai?
They must experience the sands of the beach here. It's less talked about, but it's amazing if you feel it right.
Best place to grab coffee in Dubai?
I love filter coffee.
Yeah.
There is a place called Madrasi in GLT, lesser known place. Amazing filter coffee.
Gym workouts or outdoor sports?
Both. I'm huge on both.
Yeah. Netflix or live events?
Netflix. Live events are too crowded.
One guilty pleasure food you can't resist?
Puri sabzi.
Puri sabji. Oh wow. Favorite way to unwind after a long work day?
Play a bit. Pedal is a recent favorite.
What's one thing you always wanted to do but you haven't done yet?
Nothing. Whatever I want, I at least go and try it a bit.
Wow, that's inspiring. Your go-to stress buster activity?
Cricket, playing cricket.
Yeah. If you had to describe yourself in 3 words, what would that be?
Confident. Hardworking. Probably well spoken.
Definitely. If you could wake up one day and you had one hair-related superpower, what would you want that superpower to be?
तो वो कहते हैं ना कि अभी कुछ फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स आ गई हैं, तो पहले तो बाल नहीं थे, तो स्टाइलिंग की इश्यूज होती थी, अभी बाल हो गए तो स्टाइलिंग की ज्यादा इश्यूज हो गए. So I wish everyone had a very good hair day every time.
Yeah, that's true, and actually that's a fact. What do you prefer, hair gel, hair wax, or keep it natural?
I like to keep it natural.
Any celebrity hairstyle that you really adore and like?
I love the way Mahi keeps his hair. Whatever way he keeps it, it just looks so good on him.
If you could travel in time, you would like to go in the past or you would like to go in the future?
I like to stay in the present.
Yeah, true. What would you like? Beachside or living middle of the city?
Middle of the city is more like
Yeah. And in Dubai, given a choice, where would you want to live?
Probably now I would want to live in a more desert kind of a place, middle of the desert. I think I've not experienced that part of Dubai yet. I've always lived in the hustle of the city.
Correct.
But I think, contradicting my previous answer, I think this is what I would like to try
You
now.
would like to do it. And describe your Dubai life in one fun hashtag.
Action.
Wow, that is so interesting and nice. Thank you so much, sir. This conversation was really very insightful. It's going to bring in a lot of confidence to all the viewers who are watching this. And I think so far, this has been like one of the best interactions I've had. And you've been so honest and very candid. And also at the same time, the little humor that you add to the whole conversation, that really made it so fantastic.
Thank you. I mean, Priyanka, you started this journey. Just before this interview, we were speaking that you were the first one that I met over here. And time has just flown like this.
Yes, it's been like 1.5 years almost.
Yes. And the fact that you didn't give me a script, you didn't prepare me, kind of brought this spontaneity out of me.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. You've been an amazing host.
I would love to also meet your wife next time, because I remember my major interactions over the first time when we met was with her. She was so well researched.
Yes.
And also the video that I've seen of the two of you, next time I would want to, also have her here.
She's beautiful, isn't it? I mean, unlike me, she's quite beautiful.
Of course. And all three of us can have a great conversation together.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.